Hello, everybody. Welcome to MangaPod Book Club. Welcome.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. We are here and we're healthy. Hopefully. I mean, I'm healthy. I didn't really check in on you two. How are you guys? I hope you're healthy.
I'm good.
I'm very good.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
can't complain. Glad that your body is doing better, Erin.
2 bouts of stomach flu in a month is unfair, but I have built up a tolerance for the rest of the year.
Oh, God.
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
Of course, I said that 2 weeks ago, and then I got the stomach flu and was like, really? Cool.
I mean,
So
by
I'm
now it's doubly so, surely.
And then I'll get it again, and I'll have it built up 3 times, and then it should take care of next year.
Perfect.
too.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
because there's holdover.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how immunities work. Even though I think the stomach flu is a virus, so
Don't worry about it.
don't
Shh.
listen to that. Yeah. You want to know something? No, that has no relevance. Sorry.
Well, now I do want to know.
No. So the kids have been obsessed with Encanto. Like,
Same. Yeah, Clarky's
Obsessed.
super into it.
and I love Encanto. I love the soundtrack. And so I don't mind listening to it, but they listen to it so much that when I was throwing up, I heard Bruno in the back of my head. And so I'm throwing up and I hear, Bruno, no. I'm like, this is... I had a soundtrack for my stomach.
Yeah,
flu,
and now that
it
song will
would not leave.
always make you think of it. Well, it was catchy, and now it's not.
No. Though it is really cute when Elliot sings it, because he goes, we don't talk, Bruno. No.
Cute.
He's hardcore.
Aww.
No.
No. But anyway, sorry to derail us.
I liked it.
I'm Erin.
I'm Jojo. And I'm Moeka.
Wait, good
Yeah. Welcome to MangaPod.
We like to discuss manga.
Yeah, we talk about mangoes.
Spoilers.
I don't know what mood we're in tonight, but I love it.
I don't know either. We are in a mood for sure.
No. What? I don't even know what to label it, but I vibes.
It's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you've never joined us for MangaPod before, we are discussing My Son is Probably Gay. I almost said gray, but My Son is Probably Gay. Volumes 1 through 2. And we like to do things like this. We give you spoiler-free description of the manga that we read, aka a summary. Then we give you our spoiler-free recommendations, whether we think you should spend time going to read this manga or not. That way, if it sounds like something you're interested in, you can hop a looby out once we get to spoiler section and go and check it out. Then come back and watch our discussion later. We ask that nobody in chat post any spoilers until we get to spoiler section. Once we get to spoiler section, please don't post any spoilers for anything past chapter 2. And by that I mean volume 2.
Volume 2.
Chapter 2 would be a very short read, considering each chapter is 6 pages
These chapters are literally like a glance and you're done.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and read the description for the manga, and this is written by Okada, and it's very short and sweet. A sweet, open-minded mother starts suspecting one of her sons might be gay. And there it is.
Well, hot dog.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, it's nice and sweet and succinct.
Yeah, nice and put together. Yeah.
So, I was just waiting for everyone in chat to guess what it is, but this isn't the part of time where we do that. We do that at the end.
Yeah.
A spoiler, it's written behind us.
Above our heads. Cool, let's do spoiler-free recommendations. Would anybody like to go first?
Sure. I'll go first. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're in the mood for something that is very cute and it's like, I feel like when you get into like sexuality of certain characters, it's always a little hit or miss because it's like you can worry about like, oh, like are there things that are going to be triggering, and this is just fluff, nice and sweet, and I love it. Please read it. So cute.
Yeah, I was the one who found out about this manga, so I'm so glad that it didn't wind up being a dud. I also really loved it. I would definitely recommend it. And I think when you first start it, it'll feel like it's probably not going to go beyond surface level, like it's always going to be really light. And I would say generally it is, but it does have a lot of chapters that actually discuss like things in an in-depth way that still feels really like gentle. And I really loved those chapters as well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. The chapters are extremely short, but there is development and change that happens over them. It's not like goof of the week or anything like that. It is like a really lovely little story. So,
and I piggyback off both of those. I feel exactly the same. I was very engulfed in all the characters, everything that happened in every chapter. I thought it flowed really well, and I didn't get bored, which can happen really easily, especially in like slicey, lifey stories.
Yeah.
And I thought they did really good about concisely telling a story and just like telling a chapter in 8 pages, which was really impressive. So I really liked it. I thought it was so wholesome, and it made me really, really happy the whole time.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. I also really enjoyed the art and thought it fitted the story.
Oh my gosh, yes.
well.
Oh, I love it. Speaking of art, I did think this was interesting, so I'll get it out of the way right now. This was published through Square Enix, basically through their Gongon Pixiv. So it was originally released via chapters on Pixiv, it seems.
Oh.
And then they put them all together into volumes, and that's why if you were here for a previous MangaPod, you may have heard us say volumes 1 through 3. I guess there's technically only 4 volumes out, and for the English release, there's only 2 out. The third one is coming out March 8th. Of this year, 2022, so little something for us to look forward to in the future.
Yeah.
Hey! And I am having a panic moment right now, because I do not remember where chapter volume 2 ends and 3 begins, and they bleed together.
So volume 2 ends when the new school year starts.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember what my issue is, like, what happened in volume 3 compared to what happened in I feel like I'm mixing up chapters, but it'll be fine. It's fine.
No, it'll be fine. Volume 2 basically ended with them playing the video
Are we in spoiler
game.
section?
Oh, no, we are not.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Oops. I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to get kicked out of this podcast.
I can't believe
We're all,
these
rotten
bacon butts over here.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
No.
They play video games. What do you expect out of a Twitch podcast / talk show?
Okay. We're going into spoiler section. If you want to go and read this and not get spoilied, then now's the time to go. If you want to hear us talk about a cute, fluffy manga, then you can stick around. Okay, we'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Motherly love is God.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's just what I felt. It's the love.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It ended with like
The muscles, right?
Yeah, the new school year.
Yes, yeah.
The new school year. Him flexing.
Yes.
Oh, I love that panel.
Me
Oh my God,
too.
it's so cute.
He found out that he and Daigo aren't in the same class, but he was like, "It's fine because we're gonna be in a club together." And his mom was like, "Wow, I'm so proud of my son. He's staying optimistic."
I just love how proud she is. So we can keep getting, but let's start with the question we always start with, which is, what were you expecting as you got into this manga, and up until like where we finished reading, what were your expectations for the series so far?
I thought
Go for it.
I thought that it was going to start off very cute, and then it was going to like get a little bit more harsh in exploring the themes of it, but I'm so glad that didn't happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. I thought the chapters were going to be longer. And then when they weren't, I sort of expected maybe the opposite thing to Moeka, where I was like, oh, this is just going to be like, my son might be gay as like a short goof, and that's every chapter. I don't know how long they can keep this up and have it be cute, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think maybe the first chapter that made me go, oh, they actually like want to explore this is when we found out like how the mom knows. Oh, there's also the chapter with when the dad comes home, I guess, and he's like talking about like what real men are like all of those sorts of things. They managed to talk about in such a way where it like my hackles weren't up at all, you know. I was just like so surprised. So yeah, it did like really surprise me in how it progressed, I guess.
Yeah, I think I was in that same boat where after the first, I think it was just like 2 chapters, I expected it to be solely fluff. I didn't expect, even if they went like deeper into being closeted and like finding your sexuality, that it wouldn't get very deep. But I think they've done a really good job of touching on those issues without making them too like dark or anything like that. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they've kept a very realistic, like kind viewpoint for them, even if they do get brought up, like with the dad saying I couldn't see 2 men kissing part like thing that he says. Even then, getting the perspective of like the mom and her viewpoint and her changing opinion too, because I can't remember if we talk about it in this section, but where her idea of like what a gay relationship looks like, and she just never considered it before, and then now that it's happening to her son, she's like, oh, wanting to learn more and just be a supportive mama.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really expecting it to like keep going that way, but I'm really happy that it did.
Yeah. I thought like the way that they did the chapter where she basically like stumbles onto the fact that he's been going on Google and being like hot boys.
Yes.
Hot shirtless boys, and she was like, "Oh my god." And she goes to call her husband and is like, I need to tell you something about our son. And the whole chapter is the dad going, well, is he sick? And she's like, no. Like, well, is he doing okay in school? Is something wrong with school? And she's like, no. And she realizes, like, through the conversation, like, what am I doing? There's nothing wrong with my son. You know, like he's happy and he's healthy and he works hard and he's sweet and he's kind and like I don't know what I'm freaking out about, basically. And it wound up being like such a good, sweet chapter. I thought I read it twice.
I read that like 3 times. My heart was so warmed and just appreciative of her journey. And like we said earlier, like the ability to tell just a scene in like 8 chapters that feels like a very concise, thought out single scene is really impressive. And I think that's probably the one that stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
Was that chapter. And it's like it's 6 to 8 pages and they convey so much just in those. Sign of a good webcomic storyteller.
Yeah, so basically for anybody who stuck around when we told you to leave, it's basically like a kid who, I mean, from what we can tell, like he knows it. It's not like he's in denial. But he doesn't feel comfortable talking, like telling anybody yet. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of like the whole thing is from the perspective of his mom saying, I think my son is gay. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of signs. But he doesn't feel comfortable talking about it yet, and I'm not going to bring it up to him. I want him to tell me when he's ready. And so it's like her observations and like cheering him on and like wanting him to be happy and all of these things, and it's just so cute. I love it.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Oh, give it to me. Oh,
yeah, and I don't know. I know that I've brought this up a couple times, but like I also love that the dad like says things that you kind of expected him to, and he always I don't know how they always manage to like address it in a way where you're like, oh, I don't know. It's so funny, like the whole like, oh, you know, I could never see 2 men kissing, or like this is what men are like, and you know, blah blah blah, and how they're able to be like, well, you know, there's lots of different types of men in this family. I think that just this family alone is proof that there's no one way to be a man. I'm like, yeah, Mom, you tell your boys. Like, it's so cute.
Oh, it reminds me of the TikTok meme where it's like, I would never, and then it's just like, why not? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I love her. I'm just like, Mom, I love you.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, when she gets recommended the Boys Love series, oh my god.
Yes. And she like leaves it out.
Her coworker. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Mom! Leaves it out, and he's like, well, I wouldn't read that. And she's like, well, I mean, I hear it's very good. If you wanted to read it, you can.
I read it. It's great. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's cute. What did you guys think about the little brother? He wound up becoming like a bigger and bigger character, it felt like.
I love him.
Me too.
I'm just like, oh, so cute. He knows, but isn't like pushy.
Erin, do you know you're muted? I'm just making sure. Okay, I'm gonna assume she knows.
Okay.
Keep going.
But what about my brain?
We were talking about the little brother.
The brother.
Yeah.
I love that, like, he knows. He's like, I know my brother. He's gay, and he's just stupid, but that's okay. I love him anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. And I love how they explore, like, other... Because, yeah, with with our main character, it's like he's gay, obviously, but feel with his little brother, it's more of like I like being like doing my hair really cutesy and having more of
Yeah.
a cute look. But yeah, I love that nobody ever is like, "Oh, you're so girly. Why are you that
Yeah.
way? You should be more manly." Like, no, let him be cute.
Not only that, like they had the conversation. I think that was one of the dad convos, right? Where the dad was like, aren't you like into girls yet, sort of thing. And his little brother like pipes up really quick, like, I'm not into girls. I'm not into anything. I just like being by
Yeah.
myself and playing video games. And I was like, so there's like this interesting, like, not necessarily that this is what it is, but there's also a conversation of like there's nothing wrong with not being interested in any of that as well.
Mhm. I've really found the conversations like where the dad is involved, because he's not present a lot because he travels for
Yeah.
work. And he's not like an absent father or anything. He's involved, but then he brings a different kind of dynamic whenever he is involved in a scene. And so, just because the dynamic between the dad's point of view and the mom's point of view, and the mom who's around the son more versus the dad who is like also has a little bit more of the stereotypical like masculine, this is how boys are kind of vibe, to see the interactions when he's around as opposed to when it's just the three of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear we were talking about Erie, and he's just, God, I love him.
I know, he's so good. He's such a good character.
So good. Just loves his brother.
Yeah.
Just wants his bro to be happy.
He supports him too, silently and not silently. Was the girl in these chapters, or did she come in
Yes.
volume 3? Okay. Did you
No,
talk about
she
her
came
already?
in-
Yeah, she was in these. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
She
where
was
I
in these.
read.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Okay. Yeah. Have you guys talked about her yet? I had to step out for a minute.
No, we haven't talked about
No,
her
we
yet.
haven't. We weren't sure if you knew you were muted either.
But, really? No, my mom showed up.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
She's picking up Kaylee, but she got here early and forgot I was doing a podcast. So she just came down. She's like, Erin!
Oh, Mom.
Mama!
That's
So,
cute, though.
yeah,
no,
so
we haven't talked
neighbor
about her at all
girl.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys think about her intro and her part of the story so far?
I mean, I think it's cute because, like, it's, obviously, like, this girl likes him. And I liked that it talked about, like, how the mom was worried, like, oh, well, maybe, like, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, like, should I say something or do something, and realizing, like, well, why can't I just, let whatever's gonna happen and hope that they can be friends, because that could be an outcome here,
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was a good conversation, because it would be so easy. Again, it would be so easy for it to be like, well, he's not going to be interested in her as a girlfriend, obviously, because he's into Daigo, but like, so that means that she's got to walk away and not be in the story anymore, and that's not at all what they do with her, which is so nice.
Yeah, because then it's also a reminder of, like, as a parent, you want to protect your child and also, like, protect other children from something, like, if your child might potentially, either knowingly or unknowingly, like, cause feelings to be hurt.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I need to intervene and make sure this doesn't happen. And then her being like, well, I kind of can't intervene in this, like, coming of age thing that they ever, like, has to go through.
Yeah.
And so her as a mom being aware of where the boundary is there. I really liked her, like, stepping back and being like, all right, well, this has to happen on its own, and I can't always prevent things from happening and transpiring.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
I know.
I know.
She's not a buff man. Can I say, I love the fact, because so often in, like, BL manga, you always get there's a very standard term of what the couple looks like, and the kind of guy that is, like, sought after, and it's the super pretty, stoic, always super duper good looking.
Yeah.
And that's in, like, yaoi and shonen ai and stuff. And so then when they brought Zygo in and he wasn't that, I was like, yes, I love it.
Yeah, me
Daigo is
too.
not what I expected in, like, personality, body type, face, like, anything, and I was so happy about it.
Yeah.
He's just a sweet, dependable boy.
He's like, yeah, his, like, personality is so straightforward. He's not all flirty or anything like that. He's not making everyone swoon, but main boy is like, I love him.
I love
And I'm
him, I
just
know.
so attracted to him.
It's so sweet. Yeah.
Made me so happy.
I know, I love it.
Did we have, sorry, I'm looking through my notes.
That's okay.
Did we have the New Year's chapter in this section of reading?
That's a great question. I'm honestly not sure.
Okay. I don't want to say anything. Something else I had in my notes was a part that I'm really enjoying about the storytelling is the way the utilization of flashbacks, and how the mom is, like, remembering, like, she'll see something and it'll, like, spark a memory of her son as a toddler, as, like, a third grader, as a middle schooler, and she looks back and she's like, oh, that could be, like, a sign that my son is gay and always has been gay. And I really appreciate her, like, reactions to those memories and how she uses them to, like, build a better picture of her son.
Yeah.
And so I always felt like those flashbacks were always used as an important part of the story and always progress it, and I thought that they were used really well, and I really loved them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Also, the New Year's chapter happened in volume 2.
Okay. That made me tear up. That was so sweet. Because he gets his fortune, and it says things won't go as expected.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was so...
And he gets so sad. I was like, oh.
And his mom was like, well, maybe if you're expecting something bad, that means that something good will happen. And he's like, yeah. I was like,
yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I almost cried.
It was so wholesome. That unexpected doesn't mean bad or good. It just means not what you're ready for, or not what you were expecting.
Not what you expected. Yeah.
And my heart swelled.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
What was your guys' favorite mama-son interaction?
I anytime, this is more towards the beginning, anytime that he was talking and he would bring up boyfriend, and he'd be like, oh, I meant girlfriend, definitely meant girlfriend, and the mom's just kind of like, she's like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, girlfriend, yeah. Oh, man, those moments, I just cracked me up.
But she also never, like, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, it's so funny because it made me think of when I was younger, and when I thought I was being sneaky with my mom about, like, a bunch of different stuff, but it's like, in hindsight, my mom knew. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, so
It's like,
funny.
ooh, I'm so sly.
Like, yep, you sure are,
yep.
honey.
I love that, though, that the mom was never pressuring him to talk about it. Like, she started giving him space, especially as the story goes on. She gives him more and more assurances in offhanded ways, and just slowly giving him the space to trust that he can tell her, but she's never forcing him to come out, which I think is a very important lesson to show, because so often it can be like, oh, I know you're gay, so I'm going to, like, force you to come out, or, like, I need you to tell me, because obviously I already know. And it's like, well, that's not fair. That's not how coming out should be. And the way she's providing him with the safe environment, safe space, that she will always love him. Hey, it's so, like, funny. You said boyfriend is still a girlfriend. I'm not going to point it out because it's just funny. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And it's just it sets a very good tone for how to give space for somebody to work through their own feelings before they bring them to you.
Yeah. You can tell that a gay person wrote this story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very obvious.
The little after chapter notes.
Yeah, they're cute.
God, they're so
So
cute.
cute. Oh, the author has an Instagram.
Really?
Oh my god, amazing. Here, I'll link it in
Yes, please.
the Twitch. We'll put it there, and I will also put it here. Boom.
I think something that I really loved about her interactions with him were like,
I got timed out. The chat timed me
yeah,
out.
you can't put links in my chat. I'm sorry.
No, since when? Probably been a while. Been a really long time. All right, well, rip. One time your mod, her mod like timed me out for like a month or something because I put it in all caps.
Did
and it was like,
Did you tell me?
Yeah, you immediately undid it.
Oh, okay.
But it popped up and was like, happily Erin has been banned or something like that.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Well, I see I'm not welcome here. And I think you were on chat. You were like, Erin, no!
That's
But anyway. I'll post their Instagram name. There we go.
Or you could join the MangaPod Discord. And we could put the link in the MangaPod Discord. Anywho, what I was gonna say is something that I really loved that again has to do with like making sure that she gives him his privacy. I loved how invested she is in like his life. Like she would go through these periods of time where she'd be like, oh my gosh, I think that he like has a crush on somebody, but like, oh, what if they don't like him back? Oh, but what if they do like him back? And then she'll like occasionally have these chapters where she's like doom scrolling her own son. Like just sitting around like thinking about, you know, like what could go right, what could go wrong, like all of these things. And she'll always have this moment where she's like, I need to just like let him live his life. Like there's no point in me sitting around like thinking about what ifs, you know. I need to just like make sure that I'm available to him if he needs me and try not to worry about the rest. And it winds up being like this kind of interesting aspect of the fact that like he doesn't feel like he can talk to her yet. So like she wants to be able to like root for him and cheer him on, but like she wonders about so much stuff because she can't ask, you know? And so I always thought those chapters were really interesting because it's just her like, what if? And always coming to the conclusion of like, well, you know, I can't, like, he's a teenager. He's I can't do anything about it. It's just my job to be there when he needs me. So that happens fairly often, and it always winds up having a good vibe, I think, because it's like, oh, she just loves him so much. She's like so invested in his life and just wants him to be happy.
Yeah, and I've like found it interesting reading it from like both being once upon a time in the son's shoes and now also being in the mom's shoes.
Yeah.
It's very reassuring, and I'm like picking up on just certain little moments where I'm like, wow, I totally understand wanting to protect the child and be very involved in everything. And, oh, yes, you definitely should talk to me about that. Like, just the idea of I want to know everything about my child and any sort of, like, feelings or burdens they may be carrying.
Yeah.
But then also, like, seeing her introspective of, okay, well, they're a person and they are growing too, and I have to have them have that space to grow. And I just love her. My goodness, she's so sweet.
I know. I love too that we got like a view at her like workplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that it was going to mainly stay within her household for the setting, so it was really nice and refreshing to like, oh no, she like has a part-time that she does, and she does interact with other adults.
Right.
Yeah, that really startled me. I was like, wait, she has a job outside the home? Because
yeah, I was like, whoa.
When you think house mom, it's so often, like housewife, it's so often that they don't have jobs outside the house. So getting to see her out, like you said, was really nice.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with Japanese mentality when it comes to women with working, it's like, once you're a wife, you should be at home taking care of the kids and the household sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you want to work?
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's kind of nice to see like, oh, like we've never seen her husband like be like, why do you want to work? Like, I already provide everything. Why would you do that? Are you crazy? Mm-hmm. So it's really nice not seeing that. And it's just like, yeah, she's just got a little part-time on the side. And
working at a little like bakery or ice cream. Yeah. What was it? Like a burger joint?
I think it's ice cream place? I don't know.
It was ice cream. The little hat.
Yeah, it's some sort of like fast food, like snack or food place for sure.
Yeah, God, I totally forgot about those chapters.
It was like I think the name of the place was called Steamy something. So it made me think like maybe she was working at like a boba shop.
Yeah, I feel like she might have had coffee or something.
Yeah.
Well, I know that those chapters were really used to, like you were saying, show like another, like an adult gay relationship.
Yeah.
And an adult gay character. And it also led to her getting the manga from a coworker.
Yes.
And it brought up, hopefully this was in the volume too, where you hear this a lot from the woman, like, coworker was like, what a waste. Such a waste.
Yeah, that was in this section,
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah.
And I was like, God, I hate that. I hate when people say that. And I think it brought up the moms too, where she was like, is it a waste? Like, what is a waste about it? That he's, like, finding love just because he's in love with a man and he's gay? Like, that's a waste?
Yeah, it was
women?
It was the chapter about the shoes.
Yes! Yeah. Oh, the shoes!
Yeah, because her son got new shoes and he wasn't wearing them. And she was like, oh, it's such a waste that you're not wearing those shoes. And then she realizes that he was saving the shoes so that he could wear them when he goes to hang out with Daigo. And it was and she was like, oh, it's not my life. Those aren't my shoes. That's not my relationship, like, it's not any of our place to say that it's a waste. It's like they're happy and they're doing what makes sense for them, you know? Like,
Yeah. I
Guys.
loved that. The shoes made me
the
feel
shoes.
some feels.
So cute. Yeah.
So cute. I like that we're seeing the son become more confident in himself too.
Me too.
Because near the beginning he was all like could barely think of Daigo without blushing and stuttering and all this, and then he starts inviting him over and he's like excited to talk about Daigo and like these memorable moments with him and stuff, and he's just slowly building his confidence just as a teenager too, and I really like seeing that.
Yeah.
So precious. What a cinnamon roll.
I know. Yeah, because if we're gonna address like how the parents are growing, like you have to include how the kid in question is growing, you know. So I'm glad that we're getting lots of that as well.
Yes. Should we talk about art?
Yeah. The art is very cute.
I thought the art was very, very cute. It's so, you know what? It reminds me of Yatsuba in some ways.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, which it really endears this to me even more because I love Yatsuba. And Yatsuba's like another series that I grew up with where I was just like, oh, I love this. This is like so sweet. And it's just like this little girl. And so, yeah, I don't know. I really, really like, there's something really charming about the art style.
Yeah.
I just love it.
I agree. Charming is like the perfect word for
Yeah.
it. It matches the tone of the story. It's very endearing and just so sweet. And I think charming definitely sums that up.
Yeah. For a story like this, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Cool. Do you guys have any other thoughts you'd like to share? Anything we didn't touch on yet?
Not that I can think of.
No, yeah, I think we got it all.
Cool. Cool. Do you want to do how you vibed with it?
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing this year. I forgot. I've big vibes. Hella vibes with this one. Loved it. Yeah, I was so pleasantly surprised by it. It managed to be like just really gentle and sweet and soft, but also touch on like the serious topics in a way that felt really approachable. And yeah, it's like so quick. It's so easy to read. I think it's great. I highly recommend. Big vibes.
I'll go next. I really vibed with this one. I really enjoyed it. This guy hit his target demographic because this is a josei manga. And so if you don't know what that means, it means it's aimed more towards older ladies. And
Moms,
this guy
if you will.
nailed it. Yeah, moms, if you will. But yeah, this guy nailed it. He said, I'm gonna make a gay manga that talks about like being gay and growing up, and oh my, I love it. He did a wonderful job. Oh my gosh, I always worry when I read manga like this because, like I said earlier, I'm always scared that they're gonna get too negative with the bad topics, and I'm just like, oof. I am here to escape in a little bit, you know, in a sense. I need something happy, and this delivered. And I'm so excited to read more.
I know, me too.
Yeah, like I already read like into volume 3, and I'm just so excited once volume 4 comes out that we get to revisit and read more of it. Yeah, I vibe. So many positive vibes, and it's exactly what I was hoping to get out of it. I loved the characters. I loved the perspectives and just how wholesome it is while telling some, like, a very great character-driven story. And yeah, all the good vibes. I loved it so much. And it's such a quick read, too. If you're looking for something that's quick and fluffy and heartwarming, then My Son is Probably Gay is, like, perfect. So, yeah. So we all give good vibes to it. Passes the vibe check. 100%. Yeah, so if it sounds like something you guys are interested in, definitely go and check it out if you haven't already. That wraps up our discussion of My Son is Probably Gay, volumes 1 through 2. Now I am going to read the description for the manga that we are reading next week, and everybody in chat gets to guess what it is. Okay. Blank. Wait, is this right? Hold on.
Blank.
Blank.
Hold on. I clicked on. No, it's right. I just, for some reason, it threw me off. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do this one. This is better. Okay. The story of Blank is set in a world where Blank feed on unsuspecting humans, and fragments of the legendary and feared demon Blank have been lost and scattered about. Should any Blank consume Blank's body parts, the power they gain could destroy the world as we know it. Fortunately, there exists a mysterious school of Blank who exists to protect the precarious existence of the living from the supernatural.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm so excited.
I think just as an anecdote, for everybody who's watching right now, you should know during pre-show, Erin was like, okay, so we've got a couple options for what we could read next week. Should we read Jujutsu Kaisen? And before she even finished it, both Moeka and I at the same time went, yes.
Like, aggressive yes.
Like,
it was just like, yeah. It was, yes. Like, oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Lore Olympus, you're on the back burner.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that is another one that I want us to.
Yo, I got
I need to know.
I got the hardback first volume of Lore Olympus, and it's so pretty, dude.
Oh my gosh,
really?
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. I pre-ordered the second one because I love the first one so much.
Oh, is it on Amazon?
Yeah, they're on Amazon.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Such a good series.
They're very good.
Yeah, so we're going to be reading Jujutsu Kaisen next week, volumes 5 through 8, chapters 35 through 70. Beak. Should we go around and shout out our stuff real quick? Yeah. I am Erin of Happily Erin YouTube channel. I have a lot of old anime videos, but mostly MangaPods on there. So if you want to go check out MangaPods, they are there. I wrote a book that is currently out, and you can go and get it on Kindle. It's also on Amazon. It's about dragons and LGBTQ characters and dragons fighting and falling in love. So, otherwise you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Happily Erin. Well, that's me.
Hi, I'm Dodger. You can find me at DexBonus on pretty much everything. I drink coffee, and then I talk about life, and then I play games, and I play a lot of D&D. So if you want to talk about any of that stuff, hey, hit me up or come by for some good vibes.
Hello, my name is Moeka, and I do a bunch of stuff. I play video games, I do VTubing as a hobby, and now I'm going to start releasing and producing some more music with people. Yeah! And I would love if you would check out my DistroKid link to preload my next single that's coming out. Well, it's the first one. I use it for my background music, usually when I'm just talking. So yeah, if you listen through Spotify, I'm gonna try to push it out to as many platforms as I can. But yeah, it's just like comfy and chill hip hop beats, kind of that lo-fi aesthetic. So if you enjoy that kind of sound, please check it out. It would mean a lot. It would mean a lot to me.
It's really good. I love it. It's real vibe. It also passes the vibe check.
Yeah.
You can follow Happily Erin's chronic ability to walk into things and lose shoes down sewer drains on Twitter. Thank you. That you can do.
Points at chat. You're a real one. Thanks for that.
My child will also
about
know
that.
remember them. Oh yeah, the shoe down the drain.
Yeah,
sewer?
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Every
Thank
time
you.
we go to my grandparents' house now, Kaylee goes, "Mommy, did you bring your extra shoes?"
Oh my god.
And I step out of the car and she goes, "Do not lose your shoe." I'm like, "Child?" And then we won't even be going to my grandparents' house
Never
sometimes.
let
and
you
she wants me
forget.
to bring an extra pair of shoes, and that's how concerned she is about this stupid storm drain, sewer drain shoe.
Oh my god. She's
I
really
did get
affected
that
by all that.
She was, and she's so like sassy about it. And she's not the only one. Anytime I go to my grandparents' house, everybody asks if I brought an extra pair of shoes.
Oh my god. It's like
Listen, I
it's
didn't
like Sam with screen
because-
doors.
Yes. Oh. Cool. If you want any more MangaPod, we are on Spotify and Google Podcasts, and you can also join our Discord, our MangaPod Discord. And we also have a website, mangapod.card.co. That is 2 R's, so you can go and check it out. That has links to like all the things as well. So, yeah. Other than that, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and talking My Son Is Probably Gay, Volumes 1 through 2. We will be here next time talking Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 5 through 8, Chapters 35 through 70. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, 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 bye.